If you guys didn't already know this, I am a massive geek when it comes to Brawl Stars esports. So when it comes to the World Championships, I get a little bit hyped up about what's going down. And I am finally in a position where I can have some fun with an event with you guys to go alongside the World Championships. I'm going to be giving away 5 Brawl Passes, the new Brawl Pass that's coming out in just about a week. And all you have to do is guess exactly who's going to win and how they're going to win in the Brawl Stars World Championships. Bit of a disclaimer, I'm not actually able to gift you directly a Brawl Pass or anything in game. That's not possible, but I am going to be giving you gift cards that correspond with the amount of money you'd have to pay to get the gems to be able to get the Brawl Pass. So basically, you're going to be in a roundabout way getting the Brawl Pass for free.
Hey, Chicken, how do you do it, though?
I'm glad you asked. All you have to do is go over and follow my Twitter account and then download the template that I posted there and then fill it out. That's it. It's really easy. You'll see a bunch of people doing it, and all you have to do is jump right in and fill it out yourself. Make sure when you're filling it out that you do include the scores as well as who you think is going to be going to the grand finals and winning. Both are very important because you're only going to be winning that Brawl Pass if everything is right. So far, I've come up with 3 additional rules. The first rule being that the deadline for posting these is going to be the minute before the quarterfinal stream starts. Once it starts, you can't post anything else. It just wouldn't be fair. The second additional rule is going to be only 1 submission, only 1 bracket per person. And that means any of you guys that have multiple accounts, I'm not taking that either. So go ahead and just post 1 bracket, 1 time. That's it. Thanks. The last thing is that if more than 5 people end up winning with the correct bracket and the correct scores and everything, then I'm going to put them into a drawing to determine the 5 people that do win the iTunes or Google Play cards to get their Brawl Pass. Now that we've got that all out of the way, go ahead and fill out your bracket. But first, if you just so happen to be sticking around, I'm going to tell you guys my predictions on how things are going to go with this tournament. First, a bit of a disclaimer. I have friends on quite a few of these teams, people that I've known for a really long time that I've commentated their matches back in the day, and I just feel like I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible with my predictions here, but you know, my biases may seep into it a little bit, so just so you guys know, I am friends with quite a few people on quite a few of these teams. First off, Code Magic versus SK I think is probably going to be the closest matchup of the quarterfinals. I think that by and large 3 of the 4 of these matchups are going to be pretty close, but I think Code Magic versus SK is going to be the closest of them, and I think whoever wins is going to take it 3-2. If I had to make a guess, I think the momentum that SK has right now is going to carry them to the win. 3-2, moving on. The second matchup of the quarterfinals is going to be PSG versus Nova. Now, I know a lot of people are expecting a total blowout here, and I have to say, I also expect it to be a one-sided beatdown. I think PSG goes 3-0. I don't think it's going to be a particularly competitive set, and if I'm being honest, PSG going 3-1 is probably going to be the biggest upset of the entire championship if it ends up happening. I do want to point out that if Nova continues to put in the time that they've put in against a lot of the top-tier competition that they can go up against, and their region continues to evolve, continues to shape its own meta, its own play style and everything, then they are probably going to be very solid, formidable competitors next year, and I think people will continue to underestimate them, which will work in their advantage ultimately. But this year is just not their year. They're too green. It's just a fact. I love an underdog story as much as the next guy. I think a lot of people wrote off Nova last year in the World Championships because of the way that they entered into that top 8, but they ultimately did win, and that is a possibility here. I just think that it's so astronomically low, it's probably not even worth considering as a possibility. So if it wasn't clear by that, PSG 3-0, I think they're going to absolutely smoke them. Moving on. Clash versus Tribe Red is probably going to be a relatively close matchup. I think it could go 3-1 to either team. It could go 3-2 to either team. If I had to hazard a guess, I would say Clash probably has the advantage there, and they may take it 3-1. I'm going to officially lock in that as my answer, but if they actually got flipped all the way to the other side and Tribe Red did take it, I would not be surprised. Those guys are absolute monsters as well. Finally, for the quarterfinals, ending it, we're going to see Jupiter versus INTZ. I think I gotta come out and say that I'm a little bit biased. I want Consti and his team to win. INTZ are great. I can't wait for them to continue to add to their accolades as a team, and I really just want to see them succeed. With that said, I think Jupiter has the percentage advantage here. I think they probably win 55 to 60% of the best of 5 sets that the two of them have. If just in like a purely hypothetical situation, right? Like out of 10, they probably win about 5 to 6, okay? And I think that they're probably going to take it. We'll say 3-2 Jupiter for the sake of this bracket, but I'm not totally sold on it if I'm being honest. Consti and his team have performed under pressure before, and they've done very, very well for themselves, going all the way back to the Red Bull MEO Championships in 2019. So I think there is an argument for them winning, but we'll see how it goes. Now we're moving on to the semifinals, SK versus PSG. Who's gonna win that matchup? I think SK takes it. I think they have the momentum at that point. I think they've shown in the past that once they get the momentum in their favor and once they've gotten their extremely difficult matchups out of the way, then they perform under pressure and they play some of the best games that they could, to be completely honest. So after beating Code Magic, assuming that does happen, I think they beat PSG, and I think it's 3-1 or 3-2. I'm going to say 3-1 for the sake of this bracket. The second semifinal matchup is going to be Clash versus Jupiter, if I was right, which I'm probably not. Let's be completely honest here. There's going to be upsets. There's going to be matches that don't go the way that I think they're going to go. I highly doubt I'm going to make the correct calls here. But with that said, if I did, Clash versus Jupiter in the semifinals, second match of the day. Who wins? I think Jupiter takes it, and I think it's going to be a close matchup going into game number 5, meaning that's going to be a 3-2 win. Jupiter moving on to the World Finals. And it all comes down to SK versus Jupiter. Who takes that matchup for the Grand Finals? I'm going to have to say Jupiter takes it 3-2 against SK, even though obviously I'm pulling for SK here. My dude YDE is a beast. I think that team is incredible, and I again wouldn't be surprised to see this flip the other way. I wouldn't be surprised to see an absolutely dominant, just world-class technical masterpiece performance from SK that results in them taking the championship. But if I had to guess, I'm gonna say Jupiter takes it 6 out of 10 times, meaning that they are 3-2 taking that championship. Disclaimer, this is not going to be the right bracket. I can guarantee you I've been wrong somewhere. Even if everything in the bracket was right itself, the scores definitely are not going to be, and if they are, I'm going to go buy a lottery ticket. Yeah, so I'll see you guys very soon for the next one. Make sure you enter the November Madness World Championships bracket tournament here. I cannot wait to see if anybody can actually get it right all the way through. I think it'd be a lot of fun if you guys actually did end up getting some free Brawl passes. So yeah, I decided to do this, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope it's just a nice little fun addition to the World Championships that are already this awesome. So make sure to subscribe for more Brawl Stars content in the future. Follow me at the link below on Twitter for more Brawl Stars content, as well as getting that template, which is very important. Make sure you get the template, fill out the template, get yourself a free Brawl pass if you get everything right, which you probably won't. I'm being honest here. You probably won't, but you might. And I'll see you in the next one. Till then, have a fantastic day. Peace.